Hey, everybody. Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network. And when you think of high school football in Brevard County, it's the Cocoa Tigers and their 7 state championships. Or if it's girls soccer, it's the Melbourne Bulldogs and the Melbourne soccer program. If it's baseball, maybe it's Merritt Island, Melbourne, and Vieira. But in basketball, did you know the program that has captured the most state championships in the state of Florida is right here off of 192 in West Melbourne, and that is Florida Prep. That's right. The Falcons have won 5 state championships. There you see on your screen, 1998, 2001, 03, 05, 07, with legendary coach Gaporo, and now the program is being led by one of their own, a guy that graduated here in 2017. In fact, the last time Florida Prep went to a state championship, he was a part of that team as well back in 2016, 2017. And now he's the athletic director and head basketball coach here for the Florida Prep Falcons. So we're going to have a conversation today with Montel Stewart. We're going to talk to Montel about a great camp he's got coming up in June. We're also going to talk to him about the program. 2-time defending district champs, have won nearly 30 games in the past 2 seasons, and what the future holds for this program. So here's my conversation with Coach Montel Stewart. All right, Alan Slaughterzinski here. Coming up, you see it on your screen there. We got a big camp coming up here in June, and all the information is there, and we're going to have a great time here at Florida Prep. Brevard Sports Network will be down here. We're here with Coach Montel Stewart. And Coach, athletic director, head basketball coach, 2-time defending district champs. Yeah. Graduate here.
Yep.
College signee today. Yeah. What does it feel like to come full circle back to, a 2017 graduate here, went off to play college. You come back, you're the head coach and now the athletic director. You got to lay your head on the pillow at night and go, man, this is wild, man. I never thought that this is what would happen. Take me through it.
Oh, man. That's a great question. I'm just truly blessed. I'm truly blessed to, God placed me in this position for a reason. My focus and my perspective of coaching when I first got into business was to always impact kids' lives and the best of my ability. Like I always tell our kids in our program, I don't want any credit. The credit goes, to them. I just want to be able to help them on the journey. And I just want to teach them life lessons through the game of basketball. When I was here and the coaches that I had and the teammates that I played with, it was, a special bond. And I want to create that, with these guys in our program. I want them to understand how important it is, with building relationships and coming together as one. Stuff don't usually hit me, but that the question that you asked, was a great question, and I'm just truly blessed. I'm thankful for our administrative team. I'm thankful for all the people that believed in me, that thought I was, capable for this job, and every day, I don't cheat the position. I come in with a mindset to work every day like I was as a player, and it has translated over to coaching. So it's truly a blessing. I love what I do. I don't treat it like a job, because when you love what you do, it's not a job. So I'm just blessed to impact kids anywhere I can.
I want the audience. I asked Javan a question about you, and so I want to take a moment here and let the audience hear what Javan said about you. So we'll as soon as he answers, we'll come back to this. Mm-hmm. Eats Florida Prep. Talk about Coach Montel.
He loves the game. He's one of those guys. You're not just playing it to play. You respect the game. You gotta love it. If you're doing it, you're gonna do it to the best of your abilities. If he sees something, he pushed me. Like coming in, I didn't really see what he saw. I just was a little bit. I'll be honest.
I love it.
I was stubborn. I thought, like, why is this guy always on me every day? But then now, after that summer, I realized he really wanted the best for me, and without him, it's just God placed him in my life for a reason.
So Javan says, man, why is this guy riding me when he first gets here all the way to how blessed he is to have had God put you in his life. Now, when you hear a student athlete respond like that, how does that make you feel?
Man, it makes me feel great. 'Cause it brings back, like I said, like why I do this. I mean, I do it for those. I do it for those kids. Like that's my purpose, and that's what gets me going every single day is the kids. They keep me going. And that kid right there, our bond was, a little rocky at first. Me pushing him to be the best he could be in his best version of himself. I knew he could get to a day like this today, but he couldn't get it if he didn't change some of his habits. So I knew I had to get his habits to change in order for him to be the person and the player he is today. And and it's funny because like he's changed so much as a person, and that came with the basketball lessons that he learned, and that was just how I was when I was playing. The lessons of the game taught me so much, and through that it made me a better person. So, and the only way he could get to that level was just somebody believing in him and never giving up on him. So it makes me feel good, and everybody in our program, we want to hold them to that same level, and we just want them to know that we believe in them. We will never give up on them, and everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a reason for why they doing what they're doing.
Right.
And it's all about getting them to understand that and believing in them through all the adversity that they go through. And we're just so blessed to be in this position and to lead these kids and have days like this.
In my open, I said 5 state championships. When you think about high school basketball in Brevard County, I could ask the trivia question, who has won the most? And if I asked 10 people, I doubt 4 of them could tell me Florida Prep.
Mm-hmm.
Under the great Coach Caporo back in the days, you played in a state championship.
Yeah.
This tradition of this program is of such where through both the players and the trophies, one of championships. The last 2 years, you've won district championships, 29, almost 30 wins in 2 years. FACA Coach of the Year. What's your blueprint moving forward?
The blueprint to moving forward is just the standards of our program. The things that like we believe in our program is we want to hold our kids accountable. Discipline. Discipline is everything. When our guys first come in, we build good relationships with our players. That's a big thing. It's just like having great relationship with the players, letting every player in our program know we care about them, and that's super important, relationships, and also player development. When kids come in, we like to meet them where they're at, but we also want to be able to get them to the level that we want them to play at. So I just think discipline, accountability, player development, and those are like the things that we pride ourselves on, and we play super super hard, but we have to teach our kids how to play hard.
I love this gym, man. I mean, corner 3 into the beam. It's I love it. I mean,
Boom,
I just do. I do. I mean, I love it. I mean, this gym has its personality. Every time I walk in here, you can feel the history. I mean, you can. So you're also the athletic director here at Florida Prep. Now, I've spent quite a lot of time. Back in the days when I was with Space Coast Daily, Florida Prep was a big account of ours at the time. And so I used to come down here a lot and do a lot, not just from a sports concept. Kind of take me through Florida Prep. Where is this program as a whole right now, Florida Prep?
Man, it's good. It's good. It's trending in the right direction. We're working. I know basketball is one of our main sports right now that's doing well, but all of our athletic programs are trending in.
How about the school too?
Oh, the school as well. You know what I mean. Under new leadership and ownership, we've been doing very well. We got the right people that's believing in us, that's trusting in us to do our job, and we're on the right track. We want to continue to be on the right track. We want to continue to elevate in any way we can, and our athletic department is slowly moving in the right direction. Year 2 for me is the AD. Getting stuff under my belt, learning the position. Still trying to be the best in it. I'm surrounded by great coaches. They do a phenomenal job by getting our kids to understand the standard of our athletic programs, and our GPA numbers and all that stuff is doing very well. So the talent level in our other sports is coming.
Right.
We're working towards that, but we have great kids. They do the best that they can with their abilities, and we believe in them, and then we cheer them on regardless. So it's trending in the right direction, and we like where we're headed.
I like where your basketball team's headed next year. I know you need a couple of games. We'll get a post up for you about that to help you fill your schedule up. talk about the team you got coming back next year. You lose a big guy there, and Javen. But talk about the team you got coming back next year.
Yeah, I think the team we got coming back next year is going to be able to compete. I think having returners in the program is always good. They understand the standard. They understand kind of like how things go. We'll have people that's been in 2 years. We'll have people that's been in 3 years. We have a good senior class next year. So I like where we're going. Off-season workouts and everything has been good. Our guys have been doing a really good job of just, trying to get better at the things that they need to work on. We had individual meetings with our players, letting them know kind of like things that they need to improve on heading into the summer. I really like our group. I think we're going to be versatile. I think we're going to have a fun style of play, good guard play. And, whoever else, we get to join us will also have to, buy into kind of what we've been doing. But I'm super excited to kind of where we're headed, man. Like, I love our group. I love our staff. I love kind of everything that we're about. I think we got another chance, to compete for another district championship, and hopefully, make it to regionals and go a little deeper. But like with the returners, with Zion Thompson, Philip Borchinski, Stan Komorowski, John Newell, and all the players, that we have coming back, Tyson and all those guys, they represent our program the right way on and off the court. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
As a Alan Slaughterzinski, I'm excited to hear about all the SKIs coming back as well. Here with athletic director and head basketball coach, Coach Montel Stewart. Coach, let me ask you this. Does it feel like yours yet? I know you just finished year 2. Mm-hmm. And as a guy that's been around coaches my whole life, does this all feel like yours yet?
Oh, man.
And you know what? It's a weird question, but as a coach, I think you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's a great question, Alan. It's getting there.
Right.
It's getting there. I feel like, with this position and this program, it comes with so much tradition and so much history. It's pressure a little bit, you know what I mean, for all of, the coaches that have came through here and done a good job and won. So it's getting there. I think we still got more to prove as a program. I know that may sound crazy about winning, kind of what we've done, but the standard of this program is state championships and Final Four. So, once we, make it to there, it'll start to feel like it a little bit. But every day I get to come in, walk in this gym, and step foot in these doors and coach a group of guys like we have. I'm just truly blessed.
When will we know? Because I'm gonna come down here and broadcast. I'm gonna get together with Rob, and we already talked. We gonna make it happen next year. So, what moment can we look forward to where we can go? That's the stamp Montel Stewart has put on this program. When will we know that?
Hopefully next year.
Yeah.
hopefully next year, man. I think our schedules will be a little tougher. So we'll have
that'll be your stamp.
That'll
right
be our
there.
stamp when we get some quality wins against some good opponents. Not saying we didn't last year, but we want to be able to each year elevate the program and get our guys to understand how important it is to be able to win big games and winning the games at home. You know what I mean? Is very, very important. We want to be able to compete among the best, but you got to beat the good teams. And I think with our roster that we have coming back, and I think we'll be able to compete and they understand the standard.
Let's wrap it up with this. The camp coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want everybody to know about that camp as the information appears on the screen?
Oh, man, the camp is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. My guy, Coach AJ, we're going to put on like a great camp. We're doing different drills, doing different things to get the kids excited and kind of show them a little bit kind of how we do things, but in a fun way. We want the kids to enjoy the experience, but we want them to teach them about basketball, although all their skill levels may be different, but we want to be able to teach them the basic fundamentals of the game and also get them to understand, how important basketball is, but finding joy within the game.
Yeah.
We want them to have some fun.
Man.
We want them to have some fun.
So
if you haven't already signed up, sign up for camp. It's $150 after May 1st. So I think we passed that. So sign up for camp. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. We got to get Alan down here too.
I'm coming.
You coming? Okay, good.
I'm coming. Now,
right.
I won't be doing any drills, but I'll be here.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Listen, it is always good to come back down here. Congratulations to you, your coaches, Javen today, and I look forward to what you and this program will continue to do moving forward. There are 5 state championships up on that board. Looking at this team, you put your mark on it. I want to see it fighting for a 6 sometime soon.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. Hopefully next year. So we'll see.
All right, for Coach Montel Stewart, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports
Yeah.
Network.